guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be talking about Norwich City. The season is over. The next couple of videos are going to be all Norwich based because what a season we've had. It's something really worth talking about for me. Something that won't happen very often. I can literally talk about football for days. So today I'm going to be covering some of my favourite points about Norwich this season. Some of my favourite moments, the favourite things that's happened. So the first thing that I've absolutely loved has been the team unity, the team spirit, the fighting spirit, the late goals. It's been incredible. Going back as far as the Lambert era, we've scored late goals. Then we kind of went through a period under Chris Hughton where we looked terrible late on, but now the late goals are back, and that's mostly because fighting spirit and the fact that we don't know when we're beaten. Example of that is Nottingham Forest at home. It's a brilliant example where we were 3-0 down, 12 minutes to go, and came back to draw 3-3. Like, I don't think that you can sum it up any better than that. Also against Millwall, 3-2 down, going into injury time. Timu Pukki and Jordan Rhodes stepped up with the goals there. So another thing I've loved is been the depth of the squad. When we've had players that get injured. Now the players I do feel sorry for, and I did cover this in another video. Players I feel sorry for: Moritz Leitner, Mario Vrancic. They did absolutely nothing wrong. They were superb when they played. Got injured, can't get back inside. What's going on with that? That's literally just because Mo Leitner got injured, Mario Vrancic came in, Mario Vrancic got injured, and Kenny McLean stepped in, and Kenny McLean's kept his place in the squad ever since. And you would say that he's deserved his place in the squad. All of them have actually deserved to be there. Like, if we could find a system where we could fit all of them in, I'd be more than happy for us to do that. But it's a bit more difficult than that. But but somehow though, I really don't know how they've managed to keep the players happy. I don't know how Daniel Farke's managed to keep players like Moritz Leitner, like Tim Closer as well. You can count him there. Grant Hanley. They've not kicked up a fuss, and that to me has been brilliant. Another thing I've loved about this season has been having Daniel Farke in charge. Now, I remember last year when... Oh yeah, and this is another thing as well. I have bragging rights because when everybody last season was kicking up fuss going, we need Daniel Farke out, I was like, no, let's give him another transfer window. Give him until October, November, and then reassess things. October comes around. I don't know what happened there. But October came around, and all of a sudden, we become good. And it turned out right. Stuart Webber has been brilliant for us in terms of recruitment. He's been outstanding. Which brings me on to another positive. The recruitment side of things has been brilliant. So we managed to get £25 million for James Maddison, which I still think we kind of let him go on the cheap side there. Considering today's market, I still think we could have got maybe 35-40 million, pushing it. But 25 million, we managed to reinvest brilliantly. Timu Pukki on a free. Never been a free agent signing as good as a striker going and being part of, is it 38 goals in the season? Bear in mind, he didn't play every game as well. So, obviously, we got Jordan Rhodes on loan as well. We got... Who else did we sign this summer? Emi Buendia for 1.5 million. Now you would be looking at upwards of 25 million for him. Maybe even more. You'd be looking... Onel Hernandez for 1.5... I know that was last season, but it was still under Stuart Webber. Onel Hernandez for 1.5 million, I think it was, or 1.8 million. Now you'd be looking 15 million maybe for him. Okay, maybe that... I don't know whether... I suppose any player's worth whatever club's willing to pay for them. But, yeah, so then you have... Who else did we sign? Moritz Leitner, 1.5 million, an absolute steal. Probably one of the best passes of the ball I've seen. But then I know last season we signed Mario Vrancic last season, and it took him a while to settle in. But Mario Vrancic has been one of the better players towards the end of the season. You always tend to find at the beginning of the season you have one set of players who are brilliant and step up. Towards the end of the season, you have another set of players that kind of step up. But for me, a lot of our players were good for a large part of the season. But at the end, Mario Vrancic has just been incredible. From outside the box, 4 players, I think it is, have scored 3 goals. And then you have a standalone leader, Mario Vrancic, with 6. This is 2019 alone. Like that's ridiculous. Of course, that includes his free kick against Sheffield Wednesday, his win. In fact, no, it would be 7 now, because that didn't include his winner against Aston Villa. So it's actually 7 goals from the edge of the box now, which is a lot. That's a huge number of goals. From the edge of the box anyway. Like, bear in mind, this is a striker, a midfielder who hasn't even played every game. So for him to get a stat like that, fair play to him. He's a brilliant goal scorer midfielder. Towards the end of the season, he was one of our better players, but across the season, there's been so many players you could pick. And that's another point that I was going to make. This is the hardest it's been to pick a player of the season. For me, Christoph Zimmermann, Emi Buendia, Timu Puki, Max Aarons, Tom Tribal. If you look at the stats, Tom Tribal, he's one of them. He's very much a David Fox type player in that his work he does kind of goes unnoticed, but he's still just every bit as important. Like, I remember looking at a video against Leeds. He was putting in proper centre-backs tackles. I'll see if I can find a clip of at least one of them. Like, going in full-blooded, winning the ball, getting just spot on. The tackle itself was absolutely brilliant. So for him to do that, his role in most games this season was every bit as important. Moritz Leitner, if he was playing more games, he would have been up there for player of the season. Mario Vrancic would have been. Onel Hernandez would probably have been considered. So many people, and for me as well, Tim Krul. I know, obviously, one thing I do have to say is Norwich fans do tend to pick a scapegoat. Todd Cantwell was scapegoat earlier in the season. Tim Krul was scapegoat, but Tim Krul and Todd Cantwell for me were both brilliant. Like, they were both outstanding players. But oh well. So the fact that we won the title. The last time we won the championship title, I was, how old would I have been? 9? I don't really remember it that well. I think I might have even been 8. I don't really have any memories from that season, but I have memories from winning League One and runners up in the championship, and obviously everything from then. But for me, this was the most impressive one. Because we came from absolutely nowhere. I would say we've come from absolutely nowhere. We've gone about our business quietly, and the professionalism from the players as well. When you look at it, when Sheffield United players were going out getting absolutely hammered all week, our players, while not necessarily training all week, they were still being professional and still looking after themselves, and they were celebrating to an appropriate extent. Still knowing that they've very much had a job still to do, but we've got the job done. Now the players can go and celebrate. Like last night, the players went absolutely crazy. Kenny McLean was beyond drunk last night. Like, he came in this morning to the celebrations, and yeah, he proclaimed himself the mayor of Norwich, which is fair enough. And then, yeah, I don't even know really what else he did, but he was you could see he was very drunk. Christoph Zimmermann tried pushing the bus when it broke down. Of course, only Norwich could have an open-top bus parade and then have the bus break down. I think it's because we use it too much. Like, we've averaged one open-top bus parade every, 3 years, so in the last 10 years. the final thing, the thing that I'm most happy about, I would say, getting to celebrate with the players. I know today I wasn't able to go to work. No, I had to go to work, so I wasn't able to be there for all the celebrations. But when they had the open top bus parade, when I was there, it was very, very quick. I thought they drove past much quicker than normal, but I got sprayed with champagne from Todd Cantwell, so thanks for that, Todd Cantwell. Yeah, we need to, but to get to celebrate it was brilliant. I do actually have a video of it, so I will put it in now. But yeah, that was probably my favorite moment from the season, was Todd Cantwell spraying me with champagne. That's it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Make sure to leave a like and a subscribe. And until the next time, I will see you then.